Hey guys, my name is Gloria and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a pulp horror novella review for you, and the book is called A Song for the End by Kit Power. First of all, love the cover, love the blood streak as like a punk mohawk. Thought that was really cool. But this is a deadly music based novella. So the story begins with Bill, and Bill is retelling recent events to someone, and that's how we're taken into the story. So Bill is in a band, and his band are looking to try and make it big, trying to get viral with their music, and they are recording a song, and something happens during the song. They all just come together, all the elements really fit. There's some improvisation. Bill is singing and he's not even sure what he's singing, but it all just seems to really fit. So they finish this song, they all feel really good about it, and they part ways. And his other band member has the song recorded, and he's going to put it up online and hope that some of their fans like it. So he goes home that night, everything seems normal. The next day he goes to school. He's a supply teacher, so he's driving to school listening to it in his car. When he gets there, a student comes up to his car and hears the song and asks what band it's from. And he is sort of embarrassed. He wants to lie to the student and just say it's on the radio, it's some random band. He doesn't really want his students to know that he's in a band and have to deal with the jokes and whatnot. So he totally intends to lie, but then he gets an intense pain in his head and he blurts out the truth anyway. So he tells this student of his that it's his band, and the student laughs and walks off, and he's left wondering why he told the truth there. He didn't mean to do that. Later on, he also ends up telling the truth to a female colleague who he's sort of maybe flirting with. He does have a girlfriend, but she asks him a question and he ends up telling her exactly how much of the hots she gives him, and this makes her very uncomfortable. It makes him uncomfortable. Again, he has no idea why he's telling the truth. And during the day he finds out that the student who heard his song is being rushed to the hospital because he is bleeding from his brain. And eventually Bill starts to realize and starts to get a sense of what's going on, and what's happening is that the song that they have created somehow makes anyone who listens to it incapable of lying. They have to tell the absolute unconditional truth, or if they try and fight it and try and still lie or lie by omission, tell an untruth, they get a serious brain bleed and they can immediately die if they fight it enough. So that's something he has to deal with almost immediately. He then realizes that his bandmate has put the song online and it is really going viral for them in all of the wrong ways, and it is racking up views upon views. The entire city that they're in, I think it's actually set in London, is being overtaken with this. There is a massive body count that is only rising, and he has to try and get to his bandmate, get him to take down the song, to delete it so that it can't reach any more people. But maybe his bandmate has other ideas. So that is the general premise of A Song for the End. It is a really fast-paced novella. It's a race against time to try and curb the progression of the song and to try and not have everyone listen to it. It's definitely got some supernatural elements to it, with the song affecting people in this way. The pacing of the novel as well is really good. It does sort of slow down a little bit at times, but it's still always sort of an anxiety rush to trying to get this thing done and to stop people from dying. There is a lot of blood and gore as people are just so used to lying about things. There's also some gay representation in it as well. There's a character who just happens to be married to a man who he's having some issues with, and he's sort of been keeping it going because they have a child together, but now he knows that if his husband were to call up and ask him a question, it would all get blown out of the water and he would tell him the absolute truth. So it's just nice to see some representation in there. I also liked how the honesty extended not just to what you think you know, but it also extends further than that. So at one point Bill is able to rattle off a license plate from a car that just went zooming past. He had no idea he'd even seen it, but it was in his subconscious in some way. So there's truth that you don't even know that's in there, but it's in your brain somewhere. You're able to answer questions like that, so that was kind of interesting. Why the song actually does this to people isn't explained. It wasn't something intentionally done by the band. They didn't try and make a deal with the devil or anything. It just seems to be an unlucky set of circumstances. But I didn't feel in any way that I was cheated not knowing that. I didn't feel like I needed to know that to really enjoy the story. It's not about the why, it's more about the what now. What are we gonna do to try and solve this issue now that we know that that's what's happening? So I would definitely give this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. There was a lot of energy to it, a lot of action to it, and I really liked the characters. I thought their motivations were really well done, and because they're telling the absolute truth at every turn, you do get a sense of, you know, some morally grey ambiguity to them. They're not perfect, they're completely believable, totally normal people, and I thought it was just really well written and a really good story. So that is my review of A Song for the End by Kit Power. Let me know if this book interests you. Let me know if you're thinking about picking it up. If you like what I'm doing here, you can like and subscribe down below. I would really appreciate it if you did that. If you do like what I'm doing here, and I will be back very soon with a new video, so I hope to see you then.